Students at Oxford are being told to call each other Z instead of he and she. Now, I don't want to overstate what's happening here. Oxford's student union put out some material encouraging the use of Z in place of he, in place of she. And on the Oxford campus, it's against the rules in the student union's code to misgender another student. Now, they're not trying to completely erase he and she pronouns at this point, but they're saying that if you meet someone for the first time, you're supposed to use gender neutral pronouns like Z. And if you do a lecture or a report, whoever's giving it's supposed to use Z instead of using a hypothetical he or she. Basically, until someone pipes up and tells you their gender pronouns, you're supposed to call them Z and Zer by default. And thanks to the continuing epidemic of special snowflake syndrome, when someone does volunteer their gender pronouns, they might be something stupid like bun and bun self. That's an actual fucking thing. And if you feel ridiculous calling someone bun, or you just forget that fucking garbage, you're in violation of the will of the Oxford Students' Union, I guess. What can they do to you if you don't follow their rules? Do they have an official capacity to penalize people? Or will they just sick their gender-neutral mob on you? Hi, I'm Tangerine. My pronouns are thon and thon self. Hi, I'm TJ. My pronouns are fuck ya and fuck yourself, bitch. Or hell, you could present these fuckers with a liberal paradox. Choose a really nasty racial epithet as your gender pronouns. See if you can get touchy white liberals going around saying nigga self. Oh shit. See if you can get these namby-pamby white liberals going around saying nigga self. Let's test their commitment to respecting all gender identities. My gender is that of an oppressed black person. If you don't refer to me using racist terms as pronouns, I feel deeply oppressed. Oh my God, the oppression. Then take them to hang out with you and a bunch of black people and watch them sweat as they try to avoid talking about you or trying to talk about you without using the set of pronouns you gave them. TJ's a great person. Really enjoy being in the presence of TJ. Eventually, they can't avoid dropping a racist pronoun. Maybe you give them an evil eye, hey, why aren't you using my pronouns? And then they try, TJ is always smoking me up. Nigga has some great weed. Hurry grew it his nigga self. Then they beat Thon's ass until Thon shits Thon's self, and I'm just standing there watching sorry guys, I thought Thon was cool. Turns out Thon's one of the racist ass bitch. What can I say? The ironic thing about all of this is that all these dumb rules have come about so that trans people don't get misgendered. But trans people are 0.3% of the population. Only about 1 in 333 people is trans. So what makes more sense to you? 99.7% of the population going around calling each other Z and Zer so that no trans person is ever accidentally offended? Or trans people being responsible for informing people of their pronouns? If this liberal language police society ever comes to pass, am I to spend the rest of my life having to let people know that I'm he and him? Either that or just give up and be a fucking Z and Zer? Why does the burden fall on me again? Because 0.3% of humans identify as the gender opposite their biology? Look, I'm good with trans folks. I've had friends and lovers who are trans. I'm all for their bathroom rights. I'm all for respecting their identity within reason. But this is not within reason. This is asking 99.7% of the population to endure misgendering so that 0.3% of the population can avoid misgendering. Because guess what? I'm not a fucking Z. I'm not a fucking Zer. I'm a he and a him. My gender is not neutral. My gender is male, just like my body is male. And if you have a male body, but your brain is telling you that you're a girl, I'm very sorry. And that must be very confusing and challenging. And I don't pretend to understand how you feel. but it's your cross to bear. Depending on what sort of transformation you undergo, there will probably always be people who call you he and him, even if you want to be called she and her, or z and zer, or bun and bun's self, or whatever fuck ever that is. And it falls on you to correct them. It doesn't fall on all of society to adopt gender-neutral pronouns as a default for everyone, just so you're never put in the awkward position of saying, it's she, actually. I feel like there is deferential treatment of people who are minorities that makes sense, and then there's detrimentally bending over backwards and inconveniencing all of society just to spare a minority group some petty grievance that they have. I've got a 5 o'clock shadow and an Adam's apple the size of North Carolina, but there's no excuse for this person who just met me to call me a he. I feel fucking disgusted, and I feel fucking triggered right now. Yeah, whatever. You'll get over it. And if you don't, fuck you. Just because you're a bitch doesn't mean you have to be a bitch. Anyway, I'm the Amazing Atheist. Peace the fuck and out. By the way, YouTube is really fucking me right now, you guys. The new algorithms are really punishing and brutal. I have at least 5 or 6 people come to me every day and tell me that YouTube unsubscribed them from my channel. So it's more important than ever that you follow me on social media like Twitter and Facebook, and it's also become crazy important for me to unfortunately whore for likes and shares. I know a lot of you get shit from family and friends when you share my videos, but if you can, I really do appreciate that. Thank you very much for watching.